National 5 biologists. Let's do this past paper question together. So this one's in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a two-stage process that takes place in the leaves of green plants. A, state the source of energy for the first stage. So it's the source of energy for all living things on this planet, which is going to be the sun or sunlight. Okay, or you could actually just get away with just saying light as well. Okay. B, part 1, name the process by which oxygen moves out of the leaf through the stomata. Oxygen diffuses. Okay, so it's diffusion. It diffuses out of the cell and therefore out of the leaf via the pores in the stomata. Part 2, the number of stomata on both surfaces of 5 leaves was counted and the average is calculated. The results are shown in the table. Complete the table to include the number of stomata on the lower surface of leaf 5. Okay, so this is a slightly different form of an average calculation. Usually you'd be expected to add up all the numbers and then divide by the numbers that we have. So there's 5 numbers there, we add them all up, whatever the total is, we divide it by 5. However, this time we've got the total. Okay, so we're going to have to do the reverse calculation. So we know that the average is 18. Now to get the total number, because we need to know the total number if we're going to work out what this missing one is, we do it times by 5, okay? So we do 18 times 5 here. Now 18 times 5, if I do a quick maths, is 90, I believe. Okay, so that's equal to 90, which means that our total here has to be 90, but we've got 12, 23, 15 and 22. So what we do is we start taking those numbers away from 90, okay? So 90 minus 12 is going to be 78, minus 23 is going to be 55, minus 15 is going to be 40, and minus 22 is going to equal 18, okay? So we're going to be left with 18 as our value there. All right, so we had to do a reverse average, which means that instead of dividing the total by 5 here to get the average, we're going to get the average and we're going to times it by 5 to get the total. And then once we get the total, we're going to take away all the other numbers, and what we're left with must be what leaf 5 was. Okay, part 3, name a substance that enters the leaf through the stomata. We're looking for carbon dioxide, okay, that's the gas that enters via the stomata on the underside of the leaf. C, part 1, describe how sugar is produced in the second stage of photosynthesis. This is a classic question, it gets asked a lot, so it's well worth knowing this one. So the hydrogen and the carbon dioxide combine using ATP, and remember we get the hydrogen and ATP from stage 1. The carbon dioxide obviously entered via the stomata. Okay, so something along those lines, and that's how we produce sugar. Okay, name one substance that the sugar produced could be converted into. You've got a couple of choices here. It can either be converted into starch for storage or to cellulose to compose the plant cell walls and give it structure. Okay folks, I hope that helped. See you in the next one.